With the stock market at record highs, are you prepared for the next downturn? Corrections can be unforgiving. Smart investors know diversification is the key to financial security. Noble Gold Investments make it easy to diversify with gold. With over $2 billion in sales, Noble Gold has helped thousands of Americans add gold to their portfolios. Open a qualified account today and receive 2 5-ounce silver America the Beautiful coins as a thank you. NobleGoldInvestments.com. Don't let the next correction catch you off guard. NobleGoldInvestments.com. It is really something to witness the pace and the rapidity of which this administration is working. I had the opportunity to go to the White House yesterday and see firsthand how hard the staff is working. They don't have to be operating at this kind of pace. They do not have to be setting the pace this way. I mean, there are so many more days to do these things. The way an administration usually works is kind of settle in, go to the Navy mess, sign a couple ceremonial executive orders, say, well, we have to get a big piece of legislation passed. Let's meet with some senators, meet with some congressmen, wait for our cabinet to get confirmed. The White House is now the fulcrum of liberty on the planet. It is the center of a free society. If you desire a free society, it is happening on 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. And there you see President Donald Trump signing executive order after executive order. There are 1,458 days to go of this Trump presidency. 1,458. There are 2.5 days fully in the books. Half of a day on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. Yesterday, President Donald Trump continued his shock and awe, his executive order blitzkrieg, and the media cannot keep up. You see, they are overwhelming the system, kind of very similar to how the cabinet picks were chosen. They just can't keep up with what President Trump is doing. It's hard for those of us that do this for a living to keep up. The news is coming at such a velocity. And I'm a professional. I do this for a living, and I have to really slow down and read the actual text of the executive order. To recap yesterday, as of 5 p.m. last night, the shutdown of all DEI offices in the government and placed all existing DEI employees on indefinite leave, not to be reallocated, not to go be able to do other damage, indefinite leave. That is a precursor likely towards their termination. You want to go be a DEI official? Go work for Salesforce. President Donald Trump announced a new deployment of 1,500 active duty troops to assist in securing the U.S.-Mexico border. And I've been told that that is just the beginning, that it might get up to as much as 10,000, maybe even 20,000 troops. Also, public reporting shows that as well. This one's really remarkable. President Donald Trump had a call with the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman. Saudi Arabia announced it would invest $600 billion. There you have a picture of Mohammed bin Salman on your screen. $600 billion into the United States. Now think about this for a second. Did Joe Biden ever have a similar type of announcement? Oh, I just got off the phone with the country and they're going to announce investing of money. Donald Trump has secured over $1 trillion in 48 hours. President Donald Trump has secured over $1 trillion of new money coming into the United States. That means more jobs, higher incomes, less inflation, more prosperity, and more growth into the United States of America. This is the place. This is the safe haven for investment around the planet. From Saudi princes to Japanese banks, they want their dollar bills in the United States of America. So President Donald Trump did not need to author a tax cut. He did not need to have a deregulatory agenda. He needed a phone call. Now, it makes you wonder, why did Joe Biden not do that? Because Joe Biden embodied this slow, lethargic, bureaucratic mindset of how to run government. It would seem almost unseemly to, in a diplomatic phone call, announce an investment of money. And President Donald Trump's got him on the phone and said, hey, by the way, what are you going to do? Oh, well, we'll do $400 billion. President Donald Trump said, let's make it $6. How about $600 billion? $600 billion investment into the United States of America. President Donald Trump also ordered the Border Patrol to begin immediately deporting anybody caught crossing into America illegally without a hearing. ending the insane and anti-American Biden policy of catching illegal border crossers only to let them claim asylum and be released into America with a court date months or years in the future. The last 2 days of Joe Biden's administration, there were 12,000 people that crossed the southern border. The first 2 days of Donald Trump's administration, before all of this was actually put into place, only 750. And that number is going to go down. By the way, if it's just 750 over 2 days, we're on pace for some of the record lowest border crossings in modern American history. But we're going to get that number even further down. We're going to get it down into the teens and eventually, hopefully, even zero. And we can actually manage this now. By the way, more troops, more deportations, no CBP-1 border app. President Donald Trump has executed a shock and awe deportation campaign. The Laken Riley bill, by the way, is now soon to become law. It's passed the House, passed the Senate. I bet President Trump is going to do a big signing ceremony with Laken Riley's family around him, as he should. Don't underestimate the strategy of this Trump administration. People think, oh, first Trump administration, chaos, all this. No. This is a different team. These are the young guns, the people like Stephen Miller, the people like Sergio Gore, the people like James Blair, the people like Dan Scavino. These are the young guns of the prior administration that didn't always get a chance to flex their muscles. They saw things happen in the first administration, and they wish that things would have gone differently. And then they saw President Donald Trump displaced from power in the 2020 election, and we all know what happened there. And they had 4 years to think about it, to plan for this. Russ Vought had 4 years to methodically plan, what will I do? And if you think, by the way, things are going well now, wait until you have Pam Bondi. Wait until you have Kash Patel. Wait until you have Russ Vought at Office of Management Budget. Wait until you have Bobby Kennedy. Wait until you have Tulsi Gabbard. This is just executive actions. Now, actually implementing things, it's going to get better and better. But the young guns in the White House, they're playing for keeps. And this is what is I don't think the media has actually ever made this argument. It wasn't just Donald Trump who feels emboldened because of all the indictments against him. Donald Trump's team concurrently experienced all those feelings alongside of him. And his team are equally as empowered and focused with precision to execute the agenda. They were there when President Donald Trump got the phone call in Bedminster, New Jersey, saying, sir, you are indicted. They were there in the New York City courthouse when he actually got convicted. They were there at Mar-a-Lago when his home got raided. And those staffers who stood alongside of him, like Walt Nauta, what a great American he is, and they tried to turn Walt against the president, and they failed. Or Natalie Harp, or Susie Wiles, who is just a rock star. They are in complete harmony with this kind of strategy. Because deep down they said, no, you put us all through hell. You try to put us all in jail. You try to make us all your subjects and your servants. So no, there will be no compromise. There will be no metaphorical quarter. We're not going to put up with it. It's not going to happen. So people think, oh, well, President Trump is just kind of on this errant mission. No, his team is unified. His team has the same cadence, and they're battle tested. The Trump team, I can tell you this personally, they're phenomenal people. There's no team of rivals or knifing or strife. It is, they tried to take us all out. They tried to put us all in federal prison. They tried to kill our guy. They tried to kill the boss. And now we are here to fulfill that mandate. It is well orchestrated. It is organized. And do you know what else is not happening? Andrew, do you notice this? Almost no leaks so far. And that's a big deal. Reporters are very used to the Trump operation leaking like a sieve, almost no leaks. They're the ones that are actually learning about this on social media. Now, there might be a leak here or a leak there, but generally in Trump world, they think they can always kind of get one step ahead. Not this time. No, you're not going to get inside action on what the executive orders are or who the next people are. And the media, all of the media's atmospherics and the media's ability to ascertain what direction things are coming from, their head is spinning. As it should be. And it's just the start. This is the new normal. This pace is not going to slow down. Until every single one of the problems that was identified is solved, it's not going to slow down. This is a spiritual mission to restore our republic, and there's a lot to restore. Just the other night, our Turning Point USA chapter at University of Washington had an event canceled because the university did not support their right to free speech. Maybe the Department of Justice Civil Rights Division, run by Leo Terrell, needs to open an investigation into the University of Washington. Maybe the Department of Education needs to withhold their funding. This is going to be a full court press in every major corner of the country. Chicago, LA, San Francisco, Denver, Phoenix. We're not going to put up with this because they did everything they could to try to take all of us out. And we remember that on a daily basis. Neutral gear is not an option. Either you get run over or you're setting the pace. That is the only one of two things in D.C. Either they're calling the shots or you're calling the shots. D.C. is a binary town. Either you're in power or you are not. There is no middle ground. There is no neutral ground. You got to keep the foot on the gas, full speed ahead.